Said, hey, I'm going after the 20s to 40s. Should I also mail the 10s to 20s? And like the general answer is yes. I think about markets in terms of themes. So if you have a market that's a rural recreational market like Pearson County, you should just mail all rural recreational properties. Now, of course, if we're on a budget or we're just testing a market, I wouldn't do that. We're going to just take a bite of the apple, let the market prove itself, and then we can double down and remarket or mail to all of the acreage ranges for that theme. I see a lot of folks that just take one little bite of the apple, let's say the 20 to 40 acres, and then they never come back and revisit that market to take out the remaining data for whatever kind of property subtype is popular there. There's only so many good markets at a given time, so you want to make sure that you clear it out. But for your first bite of the apple with this market and your first mailer in general, we can do one of two things. One, you can just take what you think is the hottest acreage band or the rural recreational theme, which is what this market is, and just market to that. Or you could take a wider acreage sample size, maybe it's 10 acres to 100 acres, and then you can overlay motivation filters on top of it to kind of whittle your data down. I think for your first mailer, we should be looking at like 1,000 to at most 2,000 mail pieces that go out. If it's under 1,000, it can be a little spotty in terms of not having enough of a sample size to kind of tell you one way or the other if you did a good job. And then I think anything over 2,000, we're just kind of putting too much risk on the table. The only thing that counteracts that math is if you're going after subdivision mailers. So with subdivision mailers, because they're so accurate and so sensitive, you could probably get away with 500 pieces of mail and have a pretty good read on how you performed. But for countywide acreage ranges, that's not so much the case.